You are a person, you deserve good things.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I deserve those things and you don't.
No.
That I deserve more than you or any of that. And that we have to like, well, you didn't pray enough to get it. You have no idea my struggle, my story. You have no idea.
100%.
But like we all deserve. So I think, but like I cannot tell you how often, so, you need to be more humble. Why?
Yeah. Ollie helps you prioritize your wellness with solutions that fit seamlessly into your schedule. We know keeping your immune system healthy is key. Both Women's Multi and Probiotic Mango do just that. Hello, my name is Deborah Joy Winans Williams, and thank you so much for tuning in to Choosing Joy. Today I was already excited knowing who I get to sit and speak with, but as we've been talking, things that you guys have not been privy to, I have really been enamored with her spirit. She has wowed us on screen and off screen as well, truly. To me, as someone on the outside looking in, I have been wowed by what I have deemed the grace that she moves with, that she speaks with, that she simply holds in her presence. She is a wife. She is a new mom of two. She's an award-winning actress. But she's just a really beautiful soul. And so I'm excited to be sitting with the one and only Gabourey Sidibe. See why you laughing? You laughing already.
It's so funny to like. It's so funny to be quiet while people say nice things about you.
It is interesting. It is interesting.
It's low key a funeral. Like, let's think about it. It's just like it's so strange. Like it's like you're a ghost. You know what I mean? But it's also
like
really
I'm
nice
right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but it's like it's a weird, amazing thing to like get used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you have done the things that you've done, and to me, I think you're only getting started. You've scratched the surface, but you've scratched it in such a major way. And to still have this beauty, it's really, you are so funny to me.
No, I'm just thinking, I'm really taking in everything you're saying, because it's like, life is so strange, and it really is unpredictable.
Absolutely.
Like you know, your best laid plans, and then boom, you were completely wrong. But I've ended up in a very, very blessed, wonderful space in my life that I'm really proud of. What
is the biggest thing that has sort of taken you by surprise? Like, what was the plan, and then you found yourself where?
Well, certainly, when I was growing up, I was going to be a therapist. Mm-hmm. I was going to go to school for psychology. I ended up having to drop out so I can be a movie star instead. So that's like, like that's very surprising to me. Yeah.
Get nominated,
I don't think I hadn't planned on it. Yeah. I think about all the time, because like my life is so very far away from what I thought it was going to be, that it's just so, everything is so, and you know what I do? I yes and, okay? Mm-hmm. Life is an improv, okay? Mm-hmm. I say yes to life.
Yes.
And I say, and what else?
Yes.
What else can we do? And then sometimes it just like ends you up here, you know?
I mean, it's a nice spot to be in.
Honestly, let them use you.
Look. This may be my plan, but all right. Okay, God. So you had to drop out. You had to be a movie star.
There was nothing I could do.
There was
my hands were tied.
My hands were tied, guys. I had to do it. What was Precious like for you?
You know, the interesting thing about Precious, I truly believe that, like, there are a few things, okay? Mm-hmm. I think that we are led by spirit. Mm-hmm. I think that my steps are ordered.
Yes.
I also think that I am in control of some aspects of my destiny. But I also believe in like sliding doors, that like, you know, if I hadn't eaten a Butterfinger when I was, you know, in the 4th grade, then I wouldn't be a mom. You know, like I kind of believe in a lot of things. And the funny thing about what Precious was like for me was that my mom was a subway singer, and she was approached to audition for a movie where she would be playing a mother who was abusive of her daughter, and it was based on the book Push. And she told me about this audition. I said, "Well, you should do it." And she's like, "No, I don't think I'm not gonna do it because I don't." My mom was a teacher for a long time, and she's like, "I don't want people to think this is who I really am." And I'm like, "Well, if you were you're an actor. People will know that you're acting." And she's like, "You don't get it. You read the book." And so I read the book. And she checked in with me after, and she's like, "Do you get why I said no?" And I said, "I get it, but I think you should still go to that audition. I think you're throwing away an opportunity." And she said, "No, I think Monique should play this role, not me. People know that she's an actor." I was 19 at the time. 5 years later or so, I get a call to show up to this exact same audition for this same exact movie based on the same exact book, and I only went because I had read the book. But I'd only read the book because my mother told me to explain why she wasn't going to go to the audition. And it just happened so fast. I auditioned on Monday and I was hired Wednesday. Like it happened. So it was like very out of, like, I know I showed up for these, I showed up, but it was weirdly out of my control. And even like the casting directors were like, "You're so chill. You're not nervous at all about this." Like right before the last audition, I said, "Well, I'm not nervous because I simply don't believe you." Because they were like, "You're like, we've seen so many people, like, you're so great, like, you're like, this is it, and I was like, "Sure, Jan." Like, I was like, "Okay." Like, "You're not nervous at all." I'm like, "Because I think you're a liar. That's why, babe." But I was cast that Wednesday, and I went, you know, Lee Daniels is the director, and I went into his office and met him. And in the place of, he had all the cast photos of everyone, he had cast already in their roles, and Monique was in the role of the mother.
Did that blow your mind?
You know what? I come from a long line of women that pretend that they are not psychic. My grandmother, my mom grew up Baptist, like old South, like Southern Baptist. And my mother told me that she would have psychic visions when she was a little girl, but they were so scary, she asked God to take them away from her. And he did. That's how and he did. But then she like went on to like weirdly predict a lot of things. And I think her mother was the same thing. Like she said that her mom had also had weird psychic visions and that she also asked God for it to take it away. So like, I think that, I come from a long line of people who pretend that they are not seeing what they are seeing. So I wasn't surprised. I was like, well.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. It all makes sense. Like, it all makes sense.
Wow.
But filming the movie, for me, I had never been on a set before.
So this was literally your entrance to Hollywood.
Yeah. I remember somebody was like, why is she acting like she's never done anything before? She did, like it says here, that she did a production of Peter Pan. It's like, I did.
First of all, it's this.
That's how they said it. That's how they wrote it. That was the energy around it. That was the energy around it. She did a production of and like I did a college production of Peter Pan, which is very different than being in a movie, bro. Like it's so wildly different. It's different.
Wow.
It's like, have you had pizza? Yeah, I actually ate Cheerios. Like, no, bro, that's not. Are they both food? Yes, but are they? No,
they're not the same thing. Not the same thing.
Yeah, but that was my first time ever on set, and I remember thinking, oh, everybody hates me. They know that I'm not one of them. No one's looking at me. No one's talking to me. Really? Like, nobody wants to be my friend. And then later I found out that it's set etiquette to not talk to number one. which I think is wild to this day. But everyone was told to not talk to me and to not don't look me in the eye and don't talk to her unless she talks to you. Right? That's crazy. Now I hate people talking to me. But
I wish we could go back to that.
Yeah, let's do that again. But no, I mean, I don't know how any of this works. And I find myself constantly being trapped between being whatever people think I'm supposed to be and being like an actual human person.
Yeah. The human that you want to be.
Yeah. I think it's weird for people not to look me in the eye because they're afraid of me or like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy and weird. It holds a little too much power and too little humanity.
Yeah.
And empathy, honestly.
Very little, yeah.
But I had a great time on set, even though like the subject matter of the film is the subject matter, you know. It's traumatizing.
Extremely.
Yeah, but I had a pretty good time. It was my first movie.
We made our way through all of the trauma. It was a movie.
Like, yeah.
And you, so I'm sure you've heard this for years. You know this. You were absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
And the world saw it and understood that. And I'm so happy that you were able to get your flowers. With that being your sort of entrance into Hollywood in such a grand way, what did you think about Hollywood? Like, did that form a positive opinion for you? Or has it been an interesting road when it comes to Hollywood?
Here's what I want to say.
Yes.
I think that the way people think about Hollywood is very far away from what Hollywood is. Because I think we have, and you know what? I think Black people too, I think Black people have a tendency to think of Hollywood as a weird country. That like because like I have friends are like, oh, you in Hollywood, and it's like I'm literally driving to work. Like I'm driving literally
that's all
just
I'm doing.
I'm in hair and makeup.
Did you go to work today?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just on
all
my way to
it
work.
is. It's not like we're not all sacrificing goats and like it's not like the Illuminati because you know I feel like we give it too much power because we don't understand
That's
it
good.
and we don't know that it's actually just
it's a job.
The thing about Hollywood is an office is an office. A job is a job. I enjoy what I do and I don't need to subscribe to like witchcraft.
Yeah.
Or like it's not like, oh, you're in a cult because it really is not. Like a lot of times it's just me driving to work and being at work and then driving home. It's me hanging out next to Crafty. Like it's like, you know, it's like getting my breakfast order and saying the lines in this because I memorized the lines and now I'm saying it. Like it's not, I think we give it too much power and we say, because a lot of it is it's work, it's hard work. It's perseverance and it is a bit of luck. Like it is. And so I think we have a tendency to say, well, I'm a good person. So how did they get that? They got that because they're probably evil and they're sacrificing babies. And first of all, they need to be humble. Which I feel like I want Black people to let go of being humble. Like, you know what I mean?
About it.
Let go of the power of being humble or whatever. Cause like I don't think I'm a person. I deserve good things. You are a person. You deserve good things.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I deserve those things and you don't.
No.
That I deserve more than you or any of that. And that we have to like, well, you didn't pray enough to get it. You have no idea my struggle, my story. You have no idea.
100%.
But like we all deserve. So I think, but like I cannot tell you how often, well, you need to be more humble. Why?
Yeah.
For what?
And what is it? Is it humble that you can see? Because what tells you that I'm not?
What's the thing that makes you think I'm not humble?
That false sort of humility that people want to walk around with, and it's always, if I'm doing this, then you know I'm humble and I'm grateful. No. I just know you just like to put on the show for people.
Yeah, because what is it for? Like, what is it?
What is it for?
And am I not humble if I say, good, you know what? I deserve good things. And I'm so glad that that good thing happened for me.
Yes.
I'm so grateful that good thing happened for me because I worked really hard and I deserved it. Now I'm not humble and God won't bless me anymore because I'm not humble. It's like and
that's not true.
There's so many things that we need to let go of, I think. But so I say all that to say, I think that look, Hollywood isn't necessarily, it's not like a country I went to. Yeah. It's not like a class I took. It's a place that I simply work.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm really glad that you said that because I think a lot of times we have given this power to Hollywood and we are people that are simply, we're doing a job, we're doing something we love, we're doing something we've worked for. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to work and curing cancer. I'm not about to go save a child's life. I'm going and I'm playing make-believe. And I'm grateful that I get to sit here and become this character and create this world and make believe. And something that I'm doing here could touch somebody somewhere out there.
Yeah.
That's what I get to do. And that's beautiful.
It is. You're right.
Take that power out of making people feel like, oh, you up there and you doing.
Yeah, it's like, no, I am telling a story.
Yeah.
I'm telling a story. I'm telling my story. I'm telling your story. I'm telling our grandmother's story. I'm telling I'm telling a story and it's going to connect with someone. Maybe not you, but it's going to connect with someone. And that is enough. That is enough. That's simply enough. But I don't believe that what I do for a living is much more important than say what my grandmother did for a living. And she was a maid and a house cleaner, and my grandmother went to work for $1 a day, and it cost her 25 cents to get there and 25 cents to get back. And in the meantime, her kids, my mom and her brothers and sisters, had to basically take care of the house and fend for themselves in a lot of ways. And I think that one day I'm going to bump up against a story that tells my grandmother's story. Yeah. I also think that I think Viola Davis has told my grandmother's story in The Help. Yeah. Because these are the people, this is the village that raised me and so many people like me. And part of what I do is telling their story. And I get in this, Hollywood doesn't need to be some evil device that is tearing us apart, that's keeping you down and me up or any of that. It's just honestly what it is, the bare bones of what it is telling stories. Yeah. And I feel grateful that I get to do that. Yeah.
That's the heart of it. That's the heart of it. That's the beauty of it. I think that, so I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, born and raised. And I struggled for a long time with my color, with feeling like I was too dark for things. And I think mostly because I just didn't see a lot of it represented. And so that sometimes made me feel like, oh, well, I can't do that necessarily. I don't know if I'll get picked. I'm not light enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. Hollywood is a little bit different today than it was back then, but do you feel like it has underestimated us some way, somehow still because of their standards and what they think this should be or could be or is better than?
I mean, is that a conversation about Blackness or a conversation about colorism within Blackness? Because does Hollywood sort of, what is the word? Does Hollywood think that we as Black people might not sell? Yeah, I mean, Sinners was underestimated and Black Panther was underestimated, even though we've proven time and time again that our Black dollar is not only strong, that we will show up, we will show up. If you say that we are on screen, we will show up to see ourselves on screen, that we'll do that. But also, yeah, there still is colorism. I think that I personally have run up against colorism being a problem more in my real life than in Hollywood. Because, like, here's the thing. Well, I've never been light skinned.
Yeah.
I've never been. There's no, like, it's not an option. I've never been light skinned. And so, like, if you want to hire me for a role, you have to hire me in this skin, and there's nothing else to do about it. And so, have I lost out on a role for not being light enough? I have no idea. Yeah. Because I don't think that role was for me. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Have I lost out on things for being Black? Sure. I once auditioned for a movie to play, like, some 20-year-old college dropout who, like, worked at a store, and the note I got back after the audition was, well, there are no other African Americans cast in the film, and so we think it'll take audiences out. And it's like, okay, so you wanted an all-white utopia, and, like, the very fact that I, a Black person, light skin, dark skin, a Black person in general, just disturbs the rest of the film, But, like, I don't know that it would have that note would have been any different if I were light skin. What I'm saying is I can't really speak to it because I'm only plus size. I'm only Black. I'm only dark skinned. So this is all I ever have to offer. And so, like, the places I've been they've cast me for my talent, I think.
Have you always, because there's something very beautiful about just recognizing this is all I have ever been. And so if you cast me for this is what you're only going to get. This is it. Yeah. But there's a beauty in that sort of resoluteness. Have you always had that confidence and ability to just be like, well,
I know that no matter how I show up, somebody's going to be upset. Mm-hmm. Some people will champion, and some people will be upset, and that there's really nothing I can do about it because people project the whole world is a little narcissistic, Sure. If I say I don't like tomatoes, you don't take in that I don't like tomatoes. You start thinking immediately about how you feel about tomatoes. Yeah. That's just the way the world works. Yeah. And so because of that, we tend to project ourselves on anybody, everybody. Yeah. And so I have shown up and been heralded and applauded and shown up in the same exact place, and I've been hated for it. And I've disgusted people one way or another. And I just know that. I am so used to disappointing people. Yeah. Wow. And I know that it seems like confidence. It's not. I'm exhausted. And I'm exhausted. And I already know. Like, I already know how this goes. I grew up in Brooklyn. My father is African. My mother is African American. Both my mom and my dad have the same skin color. Mm-hmm. My brother and I, pretty much the same skin color. Like, I didn't know that I was darker skinned until, like, junior high. Wow. It just didn't occur to me because I went to school with, like, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and a few Black kids. And whenever, like, you Black, like, and I'd be like, why are you racist? Like, I thought it was about racism. And it wasn't until I was, like, 13. My friend was like, no, you are Black compared to me. And I was like, we're both Black. And right. Like, no, like, you are skillet Black. And I was like, skillet Black? Like, I was like, what are you talking? It really did not occur. Because I think we're all Black. We're all Black. We're all Black. We in this, right?
Black is Black. Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about? And then when I was like, well, okay, so I have darker skin. Of course I have darker skin. My mom has darker skin. My dad has darker skin. Yeah. What next? Like, what? Yeah. I'm not gonna lighten my skin. Like, that's not, although I did the cover of a magazine once, and I was like, I think I was like the fifth Black girl to be on the cover of this magazine, and they did not light me great. And it was like,
did you look ashy?
Maybe but I don't know enough about cameras or angles that's not what I do.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not what I do. And it was a big story about how like, oh, she lightened her skin, or oh, she didn't lighten her skin. Then she made them lighten her, and the blah, 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 and da, 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 da. And I was like, I really don't think about my dark skin at all.
Wow.
Here's what I do think about it. Baby, I could wear the entire rainbow.
Talk about it.
And it will all
and it's gonna
pop
work.
on me.
It's going to work.
Black,
it's
brown,
gonna look good.
yellow, purple, green, red, pink. I can do all of it. Why? Because of my skin color.
Yeah.
I can do them all. That's what I think about.
Yeah.
That's what although like with I think about it more than I ever did because of my kids. I have twins, a daughter and a son, and my son is darker than my daughter. Like my daughter is really light skinned in a way where you might not know that she's black. But she rolls her eyes and says, "Clock it." So, you know. Her nanny came in, she said, "Period." And I was like, okay.
This is my child. This is my child.
No one's confused about your race, girl. Like, okay. But when people see my kids out, like we're out, they're like, "Oh my God, they're so cute. How old is this one? And how old is that one?" And we have to say they're twins.
Yeah.
They're twins. People are confused. Grown adults are confused as to why and how they are twins with two different skin colors. And I think about it more now because I'm like, when are they going to start feeling this question?
Yeah.
When is it going to happen where one of them will be treated a certain way because of their skin color and the other one?
Yeah.
And they each have to bear witness to the difference in their skin color.
Yeah.
That's what I think about. Because like I'm a grown adult and I still be working. Dark skin, light skin. Like I'm still, and I love my skin color. Yeah. I wouldn't know if it somehow stopped me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I love that. Have you been able to, do you have like a routine or what is the thing that you have been able to hold on to, like the through line in your life that keeps you centered and grounded? Because I think to be able to not really see that is because you're so grounded and focused elsewhere. It feels like, is there something that has kept you, that holds you, is it your faith? Is it your, a belief in a certain thing? Like, what is your foundation?
I really think I'm just really exhausted. I really think I'm just really tired. I have been fat my whole life. I've been darker my whole life. I've been made fun of my whole life. My entire life, I have been told that I'm in the wrong body, in the wrong place. I'm wrong. And the power to do something about how wrong I seem to be in other people's eyes. I just didn't have the power to do anything about it. And it has never meant anything to me. And I used to cry. I would spend all day crying because someone made fun of me. I'm literally, if somebody said something mean to me at 9 a.m., I was still crying at 1 p.m. I would cry through lunch. I would cry. I just couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't know then that what I was having was a panic attack. But what was happening for me in real time was people get to say whatever they want about me. They don't have to care about my feelings, and not even a teacher will protect me. And no one, and then I will go home from here and my family will make fun of me too. And so there's no safe space, right?
Yeah.
So is it, I don't know what it is. It's just that I started letting other voices be quieter and quieter because you know what? Making fun of me on Monday didn't change anything by Friday. It just simply didn't. Yeah. And you know what? Next Monday's going to be the same after, and the same, it gets boring. Yeah. It gets boring, and I got tired of feeling terrible. Yeah. And so I just don't. I just don't. And also, one thing I think I do hold on to is I look exactly like my mother.
Yeah.
And I think my mom was gorgeous. Like, my mom had like beautiful cheekbones and like beautiful skin and hair and eyes. And she was so funny and all of these things. And like, I'm so glad that I get to look in the mirror and see her.
Yeah.
You know, that I look at my daughter and I see her and I see me and I see, you know, like, that's really dope. And so I simply don't have it to care about what some, and I can't please my family, friends, or strangers. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. And so, like, a stranger in Minnesota who thinks they should lose weight. Like, I'm not gonna cuss here. And be respectful. But
not the pop, baby. That is a professional pop.
I've been doing it for a long time. Thank you. You gotta flatten the tongue. But I can try to please 1,000 strangers. Or I can just please me. Yeah. And honestly, one of those things is so much easier to do. And one of them appreciates it more. And it's me. Yeah. Like, I appreciate myself. I don't really need anybody else to do it. Yeah. I hope that answers your question.
It does. And in such a really, really beautiful way. Gabby, you are beautiful.
Thank you.
You are really beautiful. Outside, you're beautiful.
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
But and please be.
I'm sorry, I should have been more humble.
Honey. False from you, don't nobody need that. You're beautiful and own it. Your spirit is beautiful. So I know we're wrapping up, but I want to know, and I asked this because I've been married for a little over 12 years now. Ooh. And God, you said, "Ooh."
No, it's so great.
It's a little moment. It's a little moment, and it has changed. The way my husband has seen me and treats me has changed. I think in a lot of good ways how I have seen myself, and how I in turn have began to really, really love myself. And then, of course, we had a kid and loved my son, but that also changes all of the dynamics. And so I just wonder, for you, what has your relationship with your husband shown you about yourself? And then when y'all decided to have kids, was it everything you thought it was going to be? Were you excited? Was it what you wanted? And how is that working?
Well, my husband, he is a really, really good husband. He's like a really good person, though. Mm-hmm. Like, he's genuinely a good person. And he's so... When we first started dating, literally our first date, I was like, okay, goodbye forever. And then the next date I said, this was fun. Goodbye forever. And then on our third date, I was like, you are so much fun. Goodbye forever. Like, I literally just kept being
Why were you pushing him away?
It's not that I was pushing him away. I had decided to no longer be nice to men.
Okay. Was there a specific reason why?
Because men take advantage of that. Okay. because men take advantage of you being nice to them. Uh-huh. And they simply do. I mean, I have so many friends. I myself was like doing wife things at girlfriend prices. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like,
absolutely.
Why are you writing him a check because he can't, blah, blah, blah. Or like, why are you taking care? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're showing up for his cable guy? Girl, he like, why are you making him this much food? Well, you have to, I do not believe that you need to show up as a wife in order to get a husband. I just don't believe it.
I just don't.
100%. Make that man ramen and he will work.
Look.
For pot roast.
Thank you.
Okay? Because you just giving it away. Girl, like, don't. Like,
you getting all 100%.
And so I was like, I'm actually done. And in that, I realized this man keeps showing up to hang out with me. Mm-hmm. He just wants me. He doesn't want what he can get out of me. Like, he's not interested in, like, it's not because I cook real good or I do that. He's just showing up to hang out.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he just kept showing up, and it was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't have to think too much. And I found him to be an actual real person that was separate from me. I know that sounds crazy, but like I'm going to say something so crazy. He said something to me that made me think in a way, and I was like, oh, this is a brand new thought that I have never had on my own. We were hanging out, and he said, you think Helen Keller is a real person? Or do you think she was just like a made up thing to motivate people? And I said, excuse me?
To motivate.
I said, excuse me? He's like, yeah, oh, she's deaf and she's blind, but she became a pilot and she was a writer. And she's like, you think that was real? And I was like, of course I think it's real, you psychopath. But the very fact that I had never even thought that it was, I was like, oh, this is an original person with his own original thoughts. And that was so exciting to me. That I was like, oh, he's gonna say things that won't occur to me.
Yeah, and I love it. That's so interesting.
Yeah, to this day we fight about whether or not
Helen Keller was real or made up.
It's on. You should go down.
Wait, is it really like a rabbit hole?
There's a tick. Apparently Gen X doesn't believe that she was real. Like, but like I think she might. I think she probably was. And he's like, no, it was. What is she Anne Sullivan, who was her handler. He was like, everything was Anne Sullivan. Like he leans over at me and says that. And I was like, oh, sure. But no, there is a rabbit hole that you can get down on TikTok where people are still to this day debating whether or not she's real. That I did not know.
Never heard this.
Right? Did you? You assume she's real?
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't she be?
Yeah, I'm just like, and she went through so much, and she's like, we can do anything if Helen can do it. You know what? See, now I'm mad at you. Gabby!
I'm just saying, real eyes, real lies, real lies.
I'm mad at you and your husband. Now I'm mad at both of y'all.
Here's the thing, though. I was like, God. He's a person who thinks. Like, I don't know that I'm smarter than him. I think I could have real conversations with him. Yeah. And I listened to it, but I think she existed. There are people to this day that exist and work and are incredible and are both blind and deaf. I think it's totally possible.
Absolutely.
She was a pilot, however.
Which is interesting.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So that's the thing. I think the pilot is the thing that kind of throws everything off. When did she become a pilot?
She had flown a plane, or a blimp or something. She's flown something.
She flew something.
She piloted an aircraft. Yeah. I don't know. I'm guessing with the help of someone with a pilot's license
and maybe eyes.
We're gonna get canceled. Thinking about this, like it's not. I'm sure that there was a lot.
Yes.
I'm not saying she did exist. I'm sure she did exist.
Yes. We.
There are people today. I listened to a podcast on NPR. I'm pretty sure she exists.
She was a person that was here.
Yeah. And she probably did do all of those incredible things.
She did a lot of things.
With the help of her handler Anne Sullivan.
And when you have a handler, when you got help.
If I had help. Okay.
The things we can
you can do anything. You can do anything.
With a little bit of help.
Yes. But it was just he and I would talk for a long time and it would feel like minutes. Yeah. Like I think our first date was 6 hours long and it did not feel like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then our next date was like another 12. It was like nuts,
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was so great to say goodbye to him every day.
So did it feel like he brought something or awaken something in you that you didn't know was there?
Yeah, like I thought, I was, like 35 or something when I met him, maybe 37 or something. And I was like, oh, I'm a full actualized person. I'm grown. I am a homeowner. I have a cat. Like
Don't do me.
I have a cat.
Okay.
I'm a very responsible person.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't need anybody, or I actually don't want anything or anybody. I don't want it. I am disgusted that you would think that I would want something.
Yeah.
And he taught me that it's okay to want. And that, because I didn't want, because I was so afraid that I wouldn't be provided for.
Yeah.
That the thing I wanted wasn't going to, that I either wasn't worth it, or it just, that's not in the cards for you.
Yeah.
And he is he's so good. I want him next to me forever. He is my favorite person to talk to, and also my least favorite sometimes, because you know what it is when you have a husband where you're like, I have this bad news that I gotta tell you, but if I tell you this bad news, you gonna want to burn everything down. So it's hard to like sometimes tell, because he doesn't have the benefit of whatever relationship I have, who's whoever I'm in a feud with, and he's like, well, that person could just we'll never talk to them again.
Kick rocks.
And I have to be like, oh, that's
with
my
no
dad.
shoes on.
Yeah. He's like, but he's a warrior. He's so great. And I didn't really want kids.
Yeah.
Before meeting him, I was in my 30s, and so the doctor was like, eagle-eyeing my ovaries, like, girl, get out. And be like, well, if you know you don't want them, then there's nothing to do. If you think you might eventually want them, then we should do something about it. And I'm like, I actually don't want to. I don't want to, thank you. I don't want any science involved. Like, if it happens, it happens. And then I met my husband, and I was like, you are so great. I want a small version of you. So I can hold that little version up to you and be like, look how good you are. Like, that's truly what I wanted. Like, I wanted that. I wanted to be like, look how great a person you are.
Yeah.
And, and deciding, see, I was an accident. I don't know about you. I was unplanned, okay? I was an unplanned baby.
Yes.
And that is all I know. I know that babies happen because you go, oops, like, babies happen because you're in the rhythm. Yeah. The rhythm.
Yeah. And the rhythm was off.
Yeah, it was off.
Yeah.
It was off. And so making the decision to have a baby was different and scary.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to come to it, so long to come to it. And then, all of a sudden, when I really wanted it, wouldn't happen. We tried for 3 years.
Really?
We tried for 3 years. 3 years. And when you're trying, every time, every evidence that you didn't do it is a disappointment. It hurts.
Yeah.
And so we wanted them. We wanted my kids so much as a team. We did everything we could to get them, everything we could to get them, getting the boys together, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I was like, it's going to take science, it's going to take prayer, magic, spirit. We did everything that we could. And when we finally got them, just it was so scary. Yeah. It was so scary. It's scary now. Yeah. Because they're toddlers and they're in that Evel Knievel phase where they're like, look how high I can jump off of this counter. It's yesterday my son, I was cooking dinner, and because I was braising short ribs, and so it was taking all day, and we went out to play, and I was washing his hands, and as we were walking back to the pen, he picked up a butcher knife.
Oh, God. See?
He was like, la, la, la. Oh! And I was like, no! I was like, stop! And I'm holding him. It wasn't like, he didn't even pick it all the way up. He just touched the handle. And I was like, no, Cooper, no! Everything is so scary because I love it so much. I love being a mom.
Yeah.
I love being a mom. I don't even love being, it's not even being a mom. I like hanging out with those too. I can't believe that these original people, like, I'm like, every time I'm like, you did not exist in the world 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you are a brand new person. Everything is brand new to you. We took them to something called like Kid Space, and like you park and then you kind of walk through like a wooded area, and my kids were like, wow, like literally said it 50 times before we got into the meeting. Like, wow, because they saw a tree. Everything is new to them. Everything.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It's so amazing, and it's like, oh, I have to remember everything is really cool. We took them to the park, and these little girls were like hanging out with like. My son is like, like that's how he's chaotic.
Yes.
So he's off, and my husband's like chasing him. And I have my daughter who's like much chiller, and she sees a dog, and she's like, puppy, like and there's these two little girls, and there's like sparkles on the ground, and they said, and my daughter's like sort of near them, and they said to her, do you want to help us? Like and she's like, she talks a lot, but she's not in the answering questions phase just yet. She's 17 months. And so she's like, like what? Maya's like, what are you saying to me at? Like what, And they said, we're collecting sparkles for our stew. And then they refer to literally a dirt hole in the ground with sticks around it and leaves. It's like a little, and I was like, oh, yeah. I remembered playing. I remembered being in a park and being like, we're creating a stew. Yeah. We're creating a magical cauldron. I remembered imagination. It was so much fun. It was so fun. And then they were like, has she seen the movie Wish? And I go, no, she's not allowed to watch TV. And they're like, why? And I was like, because I'm a terrible mother. And they were like, that checks out.
Mind your business.
They don't understand screen time. This is like a 7-year-old. Like, they don't know. But it's so amazing to get to almost like recreate my own childhood through their eyes. It's so much fun.
First of all, thank you. This is, and don't think that I didn't catch I was braising short ribs, because honey, I'm coming over because it sounds like you can throw down. So that's I caught that. Just so you know,
they still throw it on the ground. So then my kids like nah, and I have to fill the house with negative energy.
I won't throw it on the ground. Okay, I already know this.
Good.
I just know. But what a beautiful way of being able to see life anew. It is wonderful how kids can just allow us to live again and to see things in a new way, in a different way, in a beautiful way. You have opened my eyes to several things, one of which, if you've been listening, you know. But just the way you see life, the way you see Hollywood, the way you see the things that are most important to hold on to, and the way that you really have decided and been determined to love you. We all need to be able to love ourselves in that way. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for us. And that is a breath of fresh air, and it is a light that you carry that is really stunning. So thank you, Gabby. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing joy with me today. Thank you for being a literal piece of joy, a chocolate piece of joy. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joy.
You're incredible. I'm so grateful that I got to hear all these things from the one and only Gabourey Sidibe. Please tune in. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what your favorite part of it was. Hit that subscribe button, like it, and let me know what else you want to hear. We're here for you. We're here to find ways to keep choosing joy in every situation, and that's everyday life, okay? And that's not always easy. So let us know how we can help you. Thank you for tuning in. I love you, God bless you, and remember, do your best to choose joy.